a decision. You can make a decision to do the right thing. What's the opposite of right? That's what most people say. Most people say the opposite of right is wrong, but the opposite of right is left. We all have a right side and we all have a left side, right? So that left side is let's encourage freedom of thinking. So the group has a decision has the power, the leader in that group has the power to help people do the right thing, or the followers in that group can do the left thing. And let's encourage freedom of thinking, which means it's okay to exercise whatever your thoughts are. If you don't feel like going along with the group and calling somebody a name or hitting somebody, it's okay because you are exercising your freedom of thinking. So let's everybody say, let's encourage freedom of thinking. I know you guys can give it up better than that. Let's encourage freedom of thinking at Golden Valley High School. Let's encourage Words are so powerful. Words have the ability to tear a person up. Words have the ability to tear a person down. Because I was dyslexic, people would laugh at me when it was my turn. They'd call me dumb. They'd call me all sorts of things. So I would do anything that I could. I'd get sent to the principal's office. I'd get suspended, you name it. I did whatever I could not to read because I didn't want the kids to laugh at me and to talk about me. A couple weeks ago, I was at a training, and we all had to read. It was a lot of reading to do. And for whatever reason, I had a flashback. You guys know what a flashback is, right? So I had a flashback. And all of a sudden, I felt as if I was in school and I had to read. My heart just started pounding and almost jumped out of my chest. My hands became very, very, very clammy. And I did a horrible job reading that page. I skipped over words. I couldn't pronounce words. I did a horrible job. This was just 2 weeks ago. I'm 20 years your senior. I've been out of school 20 plus years. And 20 years later, the words that my classmates spoke to me are still coming back to taunt and haunt me. I am still healing past things that were done to me. So don't take it lightly when you call somebody out their name, when you tell them what they're not and what they're not going to be. Don't take that lightly. You are saying some words to them that can scar them for the rest of their life. But for those of you, and there are a lot of you here in this room that actually do suffer bullying. Statistics show that 1 out of every 4, so look around and count 4 people. 1 out of every 4. 1 out of every 4 is being bullied. And out of all of the students that are in here today, only 11% of you, which is roughly 50 to 60 of you, only 50 to 60 out of all of you that you see here in this room will actually try and intervene. That's not a lot of people that are going to step up and say something if someone is being bullied. That's why we have to decide that we are going to be the face of change here at Golden Valley High School. So when someone is victimized, we just gave you some examples of what could be the motivating factor for some of the behaviors. The boyfriend who sees his mother getting beat, so he comes to school and he beats someone. His girlfriend who witnessed her mother being abused, and so she's allowing a man to come into a young man to come and abuse her. See, there is more than meets the eye. You guys think, oh, that's dumb of you, that's stupid, why did you do that? It's not that easy, it's more to meet the eye. So let's try looking at things at a different perspective. Let's try looking at things and looking at people not as just an ordinary person, but I think it's rather extraordinary that despite what she sees at home that night, that she can get up and come to school. I think it's extraordinary that despite what he sees at night, that he can get up and come to school. They're not ordinary people, they're extraordinary people. So what I want to leave with you boys, young ladies and young men today is understanding the power in the words. What I want you to walk away with is that words, they do count. That old saying, sticks and stones may break my bones, but words will never hurt me, is the biggest lie. That is not true. We're not going to gossip because you guys saw how gossip can change. We're not going to gossip anymore. We're going to speak words of kindness to our classmates because we're going to be the face of change at Golden Valley High School for zero tolerance for bullying.